Hey guys, this is Kimmy Mangum. I'm going to talk to you guys about setting activity goals for yourself and tracking your activity and why that's important. One thing that I have found, and especially when I first started, was that I would feel like I've talked to so many people and I've just been having all these conversations and I sent tons and tons of messages. And then I went back and I actually counted them, and it was never as many as I really felt like I was having. So I recommend keeping track of not only the number of reach out messages you send, that's really important, but also the most important thing is the number of conversations you have with people. And I'm not talking about just dropping it into conversation. I'm talking about intentional conversations where you ask the person, is this something you want to hear a little bit more about? You're really inviting them to hear more about the business or the products or whatever. You're really asking them, you're being intentional about it and giving them that invitation at the end of your conversation to learn more. So write down all of that information, the people that you had actual conversations with, the people that you've brought to a three-way call. Keep that because it's really valuable for tracking your activity and seeing how many people it's going to take to get you to your next goal. So for instance, if it took you 50 people, you had to have 50 conversations to enroll your first new consultant, then you are going to need to talk with 50 more people to enroll your second, most likely. So, and it may not work that way. You might talk to the 51st person and enroll your second consultant. But if you just kind of have that in your head, for me, it's better. It's always if I have that mindset where, okay, this is what I have to do, then it's just numbers. And I don't think about the rejection. I don't think about the mental side of it. I'm just going down my list. I'm just going to bang them out. Just have these conversations and talk to the next one, talk to the next one. And I don't take it personally because it's just numbers. I'm just trying to meet my goal. And so write those down so you have a really good idea of your own personal numbers and what activity you're going to need to meet your first goal, whether it's level 2 or eventually, higher goals than that. And one thing that you want to focus on is income producing activity. You're going to hear that a lot in all of our trainings and everything. And it's the time that you're actually spending talking with people about the business, having new conversations, inviting them to hear more, putting in an order, that type of thing, not the time that you're spending just thinking about your business. That's not income producing. So you really want to focus. We're all so busy. None of us have time to just sit around and think about this all day long. You've got to focus and make sure you're spending your time in the most valuable way, which is income producing activity. One thing that I like to do is, so I don't overthink it, because I tend to do that, is to just set a personal activity goal for myself and then give myself a little reward. So whether that's like that bowl of ice cream that I want to have later, or maybe it's going to get a mani-pedi, or buying something for myself like a new handbag or something when I meet my activity goal. Because your activity a lot of times is really the only thing that we can control. So you can control the number of people that you're talking to. So in order to encourage myself to do that as fast as possible, I will say, I'll buy myself these new shoes once I reach the end of this list of 200. And so you could set little goals for yourself like that, and whether it's a daily goal, maybe you want to talk to 5 people every day or 2 people a day, whatever that looks like for you in your life and your schedule. Whether it's 25 to 30 reach outs a week, break it down and hold yourself accountable and give yourself a little reward when you've met that goal. And that's what will keep you going. And just focus on the numbers and don't think about it. Don't take it personally. People have other stuff going on. It's not about you. A lot of times they really are just a not right now, and they will come back to you. I've got new consultants on my team who I spoke with 4 years ago, and they told me no, and they just started. Multiple new consultants who did that. So it will happen eventually if you just keep chugging along, and I'm excited for you guys. Good luck.